INEC projects 100 million voters for 2027. Political parties sign peace accord. Minister orders second Niger Bridge road repairs. Army chief stresses importance of data management. Super Falcons set for new coaching crew. United States sanctions ICC president. Good day and welcome to a live news network. I am Salome Oladipo and here are the major stories making headlines. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) says Nigeria's voter register is expected to exceed 100 million ahead of the 2027 general elections. INEC National Commissioner Mohammed Haruna disclosed this in Abuja, saying the current register has more than 93 million voters and is expected to increase after the conclusion of the continuous voter registration exercise. Haruna urged INEC information officers to develop effective communication strategies to mobilize eligible voters and provide timely information ahead of the elections. The Commission also warned the misinformation and disinformation could undermine voter confidence, calling for increased public education on electoral technologies, including BVAS and IREV. INEC said it would also strengthen measures to ensure women, youth, elderly voters and persons with disabilities have equal access to the electoral process. Nigeria's political parties have pledged to pursue a peaceful 2027 election. Presidential candidates and party leaders signed the first National Peace Accord in Abuja with calls for restraint and issue-based campaigns. President Bola Tinubu, represented by Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, backed the agreement and warned politicians against treating elections as a do-or-die affair. INEC Chairman Josh Amupiton urged parties to put Nigeria's interests first, while the police warned against actions that could trigger violence. But presidential candidates Omoyele Sowore questioned the value of previous accords and called for a justice accord with sanctions for violators. Peter Obi urged issue-based campaigns and remembered victims of the recent Osun State election. The Minister of Works has ordered the immediate repair of a damaged portion of the access road to the second Niger Bridge. The directive followed the report by a concerned Nigerian who drew attention to the deteriorating section of the road. The minister directed officials of the ministry to respond promptly and commence repairs to restore the affected portion of the road. The action is aimed at preventing further deterioration and ensuring the road remains safe and accessible to motorists using the second Niger Bridge corridor. The development highlights the importance of citizens reporting infrastructure concerns to the appropriate authorities for quick intervention. The Works Ministry says the immediate response is part of efforts to maintain critical road infrastructure and protect public investment in the second Niger Bridge project. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waidi Shaibu, has described effective data management and record-keeping as essential to decision-making, accountability, and the transformation of the Nigerian Army. Shaibu stated this in Abuja while declaring open the 4th Army Headquarters Department of Military Secretary Data Management and Record-Keeping Seminar. Represented by Major General Eyitayo Oyinlola, the Army Chief said accurate and secure data was critical to recruitment, postings, promotions, welfare, logistics, and operational planning. He called for technology-driven systems to improve data governance, cybersecurity, and records preservation, while urging personnel to maintain accuracy and accountability in handling military records. The seminar brought together military personnel, academics, and other experts to discuss modern approaches to data management and institutional record keeping. The Super Falcons are set to have a new technical crew before resuming their 2028 Women's Olympic qualifying campaign in October. Director General of the National Sports Commission, Bukola Olopade, gave the indication after the Nigerian Football Federation asked the technical crew led by Justine Madugu to step down. The decision followed Nigeria's disappointing outing at the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations in Morocco, where the Falcons suffered their earliest ever exit after losing 1-0 to Cameroon in the quarterfinals. The team also missed automatic qualification for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup after losing 2-1 to South Africa in the CAF playoff. Former Falcons goalkeeper and Chijin goalkeeper coach Awal Makwala, video analyst Ijo Kruji, and fitness coach Per Carlson were also affected by this decision. The United States has imposed new sanctions on the president of the International Criminal Court, Tomoko Akane of Japan, and ICC prosecutor Abdoulaye Seye of Senegal over their involvement in investigations into alleged crimes committed by Israel during its war in Gaza. Announcing the measures in a statement, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio described the Hague-based ICC as a corrupt and fatally politicized supranational court that had maliciously abused its authority and exceeded its mandates. The two ICC officials were sanctioned for their alleged involvement in efforts to investigate, arrest, detain, or prosecute officials from countries that have not consented to the court's jurisdiction. Rubio did not specify the actions taken by Akane and Seye that prompted the sanctions. However, Israeli media reports that Seye is also overseeing an investigation into Israelis' funding for illegal settlements and the distribution of weapons to settlers in the West Bank. He's also a candidate for an ICC judgeship, as there are currently 125 countries that are parties to the Rome Statute, a treaty that established the International Criminal Court and provides the legal basis for its jurisdiction. And neither the United States nor Israel is a party to the Rome Statute. And that's the latest from Alive News Network. I am Salome Oladikbo. Thank you for watching, and stay with us for more updates as they happen.